told you, Edge, I've been thinking of a master plan. It ain't nothing but sweat inside my head. We about to go out here and do this. And I told you I had a master plan, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And tonight, we about to enact that plan.
Talk to me.
Because here at Reality of Wrestling, it's all about family business, man. You feel me? Check it out.
It's about checks and champions.
Oh yes, man. Let's go do this, dog.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Introducing first, from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 195 pounds, the young gun, Chandler Hopkins!
Bro Nation, welcome to Summer of Champions, Week 3. The fun rolls on. We got a great show for you.
His opponent from Skipperville, Alabama, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Southside Submission Specialist, Roberts!
I'm Chris Russo, joined alongside CT, the Mike Slayer, Carolina Teague, and the BOAT, Brad Gilmore. Championship matches galore, and we are kicking it off with a triple threat for the Television Championship. We're going to put all the arguments and the back and forth to rest right here, right now.
I mean, these three men have been embroiled in battle over this television championship. We've seen it change hands between Erik Lockhart and Clay Roberts. And now, here comes the champion. Well, Erik Lockhart, without a doubt, is one of the smoothest competitors we've seen in reality wrestling. But can he be smooth enough to retain that television championship?
He's smooth enough for me, I'll tell you that much.
Whoa, what does that mean?
I mean, all I'm saying is, he's got away with women.
Listen to the bass in her voice.
I know. It came down a little bit. You know, very smooth.
It did. Let's dim the lights.
Oh, man. Well, there's the Reality Wrestling Television Championship. Interesting fact, the Television Championship is actually the heaviest title between all the championships here in reality wrestling. It's because Booker T always said television time, it's worth its weight in gold, and white gold adorned the waist of Erik Lockhart coming in. Will it adorn his waist, leaving Summer of Champions 10 like it did at the very first Summer of Champions when he walked into the building? Only several competitors are still on the active roster here at Reality of Wrestling, coming from the first Summer of Champions to this one. Erik Lockhart and Ryan Davidson are two of those people. Erik Lockhart has grown tremendously in the last 10 years, in the last decade, and becoming the two-time Reality Wrestling Television Champion puts him on a short list of only 5 individuals to claim that feat.
Watch out. Well, a couple of weeks ago, we saw Ryan Davidson, who you just mentioned, walk away as a new Texas champion. Maybe that experience from Erik Lockhart will propel him to retain this one.
Yeah, we've had a new Texas champion. We've had brand new Reality Wrestling Women's Tag Team champions, perhaps a new television champions on the rise, Carolina.
All I can say is this: it's been 10 years and he still has his hair. You really can't say that about a lot of men.
That's true. And what luscious locks they are.
He's giving like Fabio, handsome. He's giving just like, I just melt when I look at him.
Tell me how
Fabio.
you really, yeah.
Fabio.
I don't think half the audience watching and listening.
Yeah, that fell on deaf ears.
Whoa, how about some deaf eyes right there? Look at that, Erik Lockhart.
Covering his
Watch out!
Wait a minute.
Whoa!
Chandler Hopkins, to me, though, is the wild card in this match. Chandler Hopkins is sensational. He is incredible. He has all the adjectives when you talk about his athletic performance. And winning Reality Wrestling Television Championship gold would be quite the thing to add to his resume here at Summer Champions 10.
Whoa!
Cover!
Look at that! Sorry. I should call it the single shot. I apologize. The repertoire that this man, Chandler Hopkins, has.
Get it right.
It's impressive. Hey, last time we saw Chandler Hopkins in action, he won with his 6-shooter. Beautiful off the top rope. It's what he brings to the table that gives him a great chance in this match.
He was shooting the imaginary.
Oh! Ooh, that, ladies and gentlemen, the sawed-off.
Oh, but look at Clay Roberts.
Keeping that head on a swivel, Carolina. That's what it's all about in a match like this.
Absolutely. All of these people, they're really technical.
Cover. 1, 2.
They all bring a lot to the table here.
Although they're all very different, they all relay the same thing. They really want this TV championship more than anything.
Right now, Erik Lockhart's just trying to retain it. This is your opening match, week 3, the final week of Summer of Champions action. Cover 1, 2. What an excellent job of being the executive manager over these last 2 weeks. Theodore Long, Teddy Long, the WWE Hall of Famer, has been. 1 week left to go, and we're already underway.
Oh!
We have another triple threat match to come tonight, and the Reality Wrestling Championship on the line in our double main event. The Reality Wrestling Women's Championship will be decided. The undisputed champion will be crowned.
A lot of controversy is going to be put to bed by the end of today. And right now, a lot of controversy that's gotten us to this point here for this triple threat match. Erik Lockhart's been hanging on to that television title by a thread at this point. Oh! Both of them.
What is he doing here? Is he going to go for a double?
Ooh,
double pin.
Wow.
1, 2. Well, I have not seen that before.
Wrangling the cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of innovation. You got to give Erik Lockhart credit over the years. He has become way more innovative with every passing one. Wow.
Wrangling the cowboy, I feel like, is what Carolina wants to do to Erik Lockhart. As Clay Roberts goes for a kick to the midsection, elevated knee. The best submission artist in Texas, best technician in Texas is Clay Roberts. This would mean a lot for him tonight, Carolina.
Absolutely. He said the Row Nation, all the fans, they motivated him to get back into the ring after he thought he had a career-ending shoulder injury. So, at the minimum, you got to be proud of his growth.
Oh, he is sensational. There's no doubt about that. Clay Roberts, winning this opportunity really in, some kind of interesting fashion, but he was the Reality Wrestling Television Champion for a very short amount of time.
For a hot second, yeah.
Before the decision was reversed by Andrew Jackson.
And the feet were on the ropes by Erik Lockhart.
Sure.
Hold on a second. Now this, what the hell's going on?
What is he thinking? Oh man, crash and burn a little bit there, all 3 men.
This is some cowboy stuff.
Well,
this is down and dirty.
Down and dirty. He's wrangling them in, roping them in. I like this Chandler Hopkins trying to do things the right way.
all 3 men are down at this point. And if you're Chandler Hopkins and you're Clay Roberts, one of the lasting images that we saw a few weeks ago ahead of this match, They shook hands and they agreed, look, no matter what happens tonight, we do not want to let Erik Lockhart walk out as the television champion. Oof.
2 men taking out 1 man.
A triple threat match, again, the champion does not have to be pinned in order to lose that title. So that means Erik Lockhart can be on the outside. What cover? Wow, look at that. Beautiful there by Clay Roberts. Clay Roberts can pin Chandler Hopkins. Chandler Hopkins can pin and they will become the new Reality Wrestling Television Champion. Cover here.
Hell of a brain buster.
1, 2, 1.5.
Oh, Crimson Cloverleaf maybe. This is put away many a man by Clay Roberts. Look at that, halfway locked in.
Oh, look at that. Does he have it? Does he have it?
Get up! Erik!
Boom!
It's one way to break it up. Otherwise, Erik Lockhart dead to rights. There's no rope breaks here in a triple threat match. Oof. You know, the one thing that I have in the back of my mind right now, the last number of times we've seen Erik Lockhart in action. Oh! Wow, hold on,
Cover here. 1, 2, and no.
Last couple of times we've seen Erik Lockhart in action, we've had multitudes of former diamonds come out. Erik Lockhart takes a lot of pride in training them along the way. Hold on, though. Wait a second. That 6-shooter, that's usually where Chandler likes to go up and put away. Oh! Look at that!
That's going to be all cover. 1, 2, wait a minute.
Oh, wow!
Clay Roberts. Pull the referee out.
Erik did not kick out of that.
No, we would have had a new television champion no matter what. You can't get disqualified.
I can't even lie, I'm a little bit happy. Erik Lockhart is the TV champion in my heart.
Oh! What is that?
A low blow, and you know what? It's fair. It's okay.
But the way that these two are working
Cover.
together.
1, 2, 3. Clay Roberts and new. Oh my God.
Here is your winner, and new Reality Wrestling Television Champion, Clay Roberts!
I'm sorry, Brad and Carolina, but wait a second.
Can't believe I just saw what I saw.
Well, those are those men that we've seen with Clay Roberts before, some pupils of his. And Clay Roberts finds himself in rare company, becoming the 6th man to win the television championship on more than one occasion. And he does it at Summer of Champions. That 15 pounds of white gold on that beautiful red leather strap is being held by the best technician in Texas.
That is.
What it is, BT.
It's been a long time, man. You got a job to do tonight, right? And then look here, this is reality wrestling, man. And I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to do the job. And I need you to do that job well, man.
Can you handle it?
Can you handle that?
Well, it's according to what the job
Look,
is.
Teddy, you got the script, man. Mess it up if you want to, man. You have to deal with me at the end of the night, all right? You the special guest GM, all right? I'm going to leave you here in my office. This is an upgrade, all right?
So that means I'm in charge?
Yeah, you in charge.
You the man.
Mess it up, all right? Screw it up. Excuse me. We out of here. That is.
Well, it is time for one of our 2 main events on Summer of Champions. The undisputed Reality of Wrestling Women's Championship will be crowned. Will the interim champion, Mia Friday, become the undisputed champion? Or will it be Gigi or Promise Braxton? That is the question.
Months of questions, months of confusion. I love Summer Champions. Thank you, Teddy Long. We're going to put all that stuff to rest right here, right now.
Here she is, the chosen one, the former champion, And for my money, the best damn female wrestler in professional wrestling today, it is Promise Braxton.
I asked her what her strategy is tonight. She walked off on me. And she said she could show me better than she could tell me.
Promise Braxton has never been more focused, Chris Russo, to climb to the mountaintop yet again and become the women's champion. And here comes the interim champion, the youngest of the three. But do not let her age fool you. She has earned her spot here at the Reality of Wrestling. She has become the interim champion, taking on challengers such as Roxanne Perez, a graduate of this institution and the current NXT Women's Champion. Can Mia Friday shock the world tonight and become undisputed and silence all the critics?
She made it clear that she is not a placeholder. And she wants to make it clear again tonight here at Reality of Wrestling.
One of these three women will walk out undisputed women's champion in our double main event to close out Summer of Champions 10. This is a massive moment for all three of these women, and we go to Eliana for our opening introductions.
The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the undisputed Reality of Wrestling Women's Championship. Introducing first, from Millwoods, Alberta, Canada, the Money, Gigi Ray.
Millwoods representative, Gigi Ray.
And her opponent, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the chosen one, Promise Braxton!
Straight out of the Steel City, pressure makes
And
diamonds.
her opponent, from the best day of the week, she is the current Reality of Wrestling Interim Diamonds Division Champion, the Weekend Wonder Child, Mia Friday!
The woman that can't stand the word interim anymore will erase all doubts. She has that opportunity tonight.
Incredible introductions by Eliana, and we are just mere moments away from this match being made official for the Reality Wrestling Women's Championship. It is a double main event, one fall to a finish. Again, the interim champion does not need to be involved. We just saw that incredible Reality Wrestling Television Championship match where that television championship changed hands. The Texas Championship changed hands. We have new Reality Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions. Is that something that we're going to see continue to play out here tonight?
This is the moment I've been waiting for all year long. Seeing these three women match up against each other is going to be absolutely incredible.
You've seen Promise Braxton and Gigi Ray took a pilgrimage over to the Far East, applying their craft all throughout Japan, competing in Cork and Hall.
And all three of these women have legitimate claims. They all have legitimate claims to being the women's champion.
Well, the only reason that title was ever interim cover, one, two, because of the controversy in the championship match between Gigi Ray and Promise Braxton.
Watch out!
1, 2. That's what made Andrew Jackson, our executive manager, decide to have an interim championship and another cover, 1, 2, and a kick out.
Oh boy. It'll be hard to keep up here with all three. Oh, this is new. The Anaconda Vice. You know, Gigi definitely learned a whole lot out of Japan, expanding that repertoire.
But you know what, Carolina, I gotta be honest with you. And I try not to show my favoritism out here, but Promise Braxton is one of my favorite professional wrestlers of all time. I just feel like she is the embodiment of what this sport is all about. And to me, this is a massive moment for her this evening.
I mean, she's the chosen one for a reason, but make no mistake, Gigi Ray didn't come here to play either. She feels like everything was taken from her and she's starting at square one. She's ready to climb back up the mountain.
Whoa, oh look at that, Gigi Ray. Turning Promise Braxton inside out and back again.
Establishing her dominance early.
course, we know how great the competitors in Canada have been. So many Hall of Famers coming right out of the same neck of the woods, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as Gigi Ray, Bret the Hitman Hart, the entire Hart dynasty. You can also talk about Canadians such as Christian Cage, Adam Copeland, Trish Stratus, and more. Mia Friday, though, Chris, what is she thinking?
Whoa, we're flying! Not something that we typically see from Mia, but you've got to throw out every one of your old playbooks, and you got to rewrite the game when the stakes are this high.
Mia Friday almost taking herself out on that guardrail, Carolina.
Age ain't nothing but a number. She has the experience.
Cover here. 1, 2, no.
The experience, Promise, and Gigi have means absolutely nothing to Mia. She feels like she's deserving of what she has right now. This is her night to prove her point.
Mia Friday, trying to take it to both of these women at the same time, but Promise Braxton had it scouted. There it goes. What a beautiful suplex from the chosen one.
Promise feels like she's been disrespected ever since.
Hold on. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You can make a case that everybody feels disrespected in a sense here.
Well, you know, at one point or another, I'm sure everybody doesn't feel like they've gotten the opportunities that they have deserved. But right now, make no mistake about it, Chris, all three of these women have earned this opportunity.
They absolutely have. And you can tell each and every single one of them have a chip on their shoulder for different reasons.
Right now, Promise Braxton, big scoop and a slam right there in the center of the ring. And she is methodical.
Yeah, there's this whole level of aggressiveness that has come from Promise since coming back from the Far East, and it has elevated her to become one of those biggest names. Oh my goodness, in the independent scene today.
And she's one of the most talked about pro wrestlers out there today. And Mia Friday and Promise Braxton doing battle to the outside.
Meanwhile, Gigi Ray's got some cooking.
Oh my goodness.
Got that barbecue chicken there.
Gigi feeling the crowd's energy.
We know what, a lot of people feed off of that energy of this sold out, record-breaking capacity crowd here at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena. Now again, we have to put out there, in a triple threat match, there are no countouts or disqualifications. There's really one way to win, pinfall submission.
That'll work. In the middle of the ring, no Mia!
Mia nowhere to be found, feeling the effects of going right up against that guardrail. Something serious. And now the two women who started it all are doing battle. One half of our main event tonight.
This is shades of what we have seen in years past between these two women. There is no quit in either of them. Is this a gory bomb coming?
Well,
I mean, holy smokes.
I think it's a gory submission, of course, named after the famous Gory Guerrero, a Texas professional wrestling legend, and also the father to Hector, Mondo, Chavo, and Eddie.
Wow! Look at Promise just casually slipping and reversing that to her advantage.
Mia Friday up top. Mia Friday. And it all comes crashing down.
An unexpected doomsday device-like slam, and all three women are down. And listen, let me also give some credit where credit is due to Teddy Long here and to Andrew Jackson for rechristening this championship now as now the Women's Championship. No disrespect to the Diamonds, the great history that's all turning over a new leaf here at Summer of Champions 10.
And it's apropos, the very first Summer of Champions, the Diamonds division was created and the championship was decided in a battle royal. Now 10 years later, it's part of the first ever double main event in the company's history. Can Mia find a way? Cover 1, 2, and no.
No, almost had it. You know, we got to give flowers.
Hold on, another cover.
We have to give our flowers to Teddy Long and the way that they handled this women's division, the way everything is moving forward. I love the way that Reality of Wrestling is spearheading women's divisions and showcasing women's talent.
Been a trademark of Reality of Wrestling. We've always put an emphasis on the female talent that we have here because the female talent, second to none, Chris, as on display tonight.
Well, we see so many of those women from the years
A spear from Gigi Ray. Can the money cash in? 1, 2, and no.
When you see the women here, you already know they're the best of the best.
Well, so many of them that have come through, their faces adorn here the walls at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena. You know that each one of these 3 women want to get their faces up here on this Wall of Fame.
Kylie Ray, AQA, Ember Moon, and the current WWE NXT Women's Champion, the 2-time champion, Roxanne Perez, all got their starts here at the Reality of Wrestling.
The reason why they're fighting for a spot on the banner is because Reality of Wrestling is synonymous with supporting women.
And right now, no love lost between these 2 women. Promise Braxton is thinking about going high risk, Chris. There's not something we normally see in her arsenal.
All the stops got to get pulled.
Whoa! Man. And right now, Mia Friday said, nah, I'm going to take advantage of that cover.
That'll work.
1,
That'll work.
2, 3. Oh, man, I thought she had it. I thought she had it.
Mia certainly thought so as well.
I almost thought so.
Yeah, well, look, when you talk about interim champions, and again, I know Mia hates that phrase, but I don't think I've ever seen such an interim champion fight and defend the title as much as Mia has here over the past 6 months.
No, Mia has definitely earned her stripes there. Cover here from Gigi. 1, 2, new champion. No.
Oh, look at no.
Cover 1, 2, 3. She did it. Mia Friday did it. Mia Friday did it.
Here is your winner, and Reality of Wrestling Women's Champion, Mia Friday.
I mean, again, all the chatter online, social media, for the Around the Road Nation. Is this interim title match going to be too much for the young Mia Friday to handle? Well, clearly the answer...
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
What? What's that noise?
Wait a minute. What does that mean? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Brad.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's going on?
Wait a minute. Rochelle Chanel, number 5. She's cashing in. She's cashing in. We need a referee in here. I think she's cashing in her Battle to the Bell opportunity.
Well, she won that multi-women match to receive a championship match at any point of her choosing. This is Rochelle Chanel taking advantage.
This is the moment to do it. It's the biggest show of the year. Why not now?
Cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and new Reality of Wrestling Women's Champion, Rochelle Chanel, number 5.
Rochelle Chanel, 12 years waited for this moment. Why not now? Making history. Incredible. I am mind blown.
I'm stunned.
I mean, I think we can finally put to rest the fact that Rochelle Chanel has finally added the bougie to the bad and bougie, walking out with all that gold. Wow!
Nobody's waited longer than her.
Rochelle Chanel competed at the very first Summer of Champions for the Diamonds Division Championship. 10 years later, she walks out of one of the main events as the brand new women's champion for the first time in her career.
There's a first time for everything, and the best time is right now in 2024, making history.
Houston, Texas. For 4 decades, Walker Texas Lawyer has represented the beautiful people of this beautiful city. But we know in this city, an accident can happen at any moment. Don't go against the insurance companies alone. They have their lawyers. You should have yours. If you've been injured in an accident, call Walker Texas Lawyer today and put 4 decades of experience on your side. Visit WalkerTexasLawyer.com today.
Here to present the Reality of Wrestling Championship, he is the longest reigning Reality of Wrestling Champion in history. Please welcome Gustavo Mendoza.
Gustavo Mendoza was at one point the leader of Team Internacional. He won the Reality of Wrestling Championship and held it longer than any other man in in history. 388 days. That championship was wrapped around his waist. Gustavo Mendoza now returns to the Reality of Wrestling to present a brand new Reality of Wrestling championship.
Listen, all credit where credit is due. This is a man that represented Reality of Wrestling from the very beginnings. Kind of comes full circle now, and you see the beautiful piece of gold there in the hands of Gustavo Mendoza, showing off the brand new Reality of Wrestling championship. And here we see the special guest referee, the face of Reality of Wrestling, our executive manager, Andrew Jackson, or I should say our executive manager on most days here of the year, but Carolina, a big task at hand, trying to call it down the middle in this main event.
This is going to be a tough task for Andrew Jackson, but I think he can get the job done.
Yeah, he's so ready to referee this match, even take his ref in hand.
Yeah, you don't want to get any bruises on that here.
Stone. We taking over here to dominate. It's a stone. Can't get above the way. One stone.
You know, if I was being surrounded by two WWE Hall of Famers and a whole lot of muscle, yeah, I'd be this cool, calm, and collected like Ed Stone right now. I mean, look at this. You're talking about the biggest main event in Reality of Wrestling history, and for him, he's making it look like it's going to be a walk in the park.
Ed Stone looks extremely confident right now. I've seen the way he moves throughout the years, but tonight he just seems extremely confident. I think he pretty much has this secured.
I gotta believe in Edge's mind. He thinks that he's got this in the bag already. I mean, you talk about having the deck stacked against you. Gaspar Hernandez isn't simply going one-on-one at this point. He's going up against the whole damn army.
And Ed Stone has always fought with a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he deserves more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Wow.
You know, Gustavo, you've been around Booker T and Queen Sharmell a very long time. This has got to be a very precarious position for someone like Gaspar Hernandez.
Yeah, I spent the majority of my career fighting against everything that he taught me, and here he is, going against Reality of Wrestling.
Hold on here. We're waiting Gaspar Hernandez, but there's the music of our guest executive manager, Theodore Long.
Did an absolutely fantastic job.
What is Teddy Long out here for, Chris?
Well, clearly, if nothing else, you should take a victory lap, the way that everything's been going the last couple of weeks, but certainly I was expecting to see Gaspar Hernandez here kind of stunting the flow a little bit. I'm curious to see what Teddy has to say.
I'm not sure what he's going to, maybe he's right. Is he out here for a victory lap? I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
First thing I want to say, just a minute, I'm going to explain something to you right now. Tonight, Gaspar Hernandez will not be here.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Where's Gaspar?
And the reason just a minute, Booker T, and the reason he's not here because he's been diagnosed with COVID.
Oh man, that's horrible. I hope he gets better.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to let all these people with Reality of Wrestling, I'm not going to let you down. So I've got an opponent back there that is credible and is suitable. He's a man that made a name for himself a year ago, right here at Summer of Champions. He's a man that has never been defeated. So, Reality of Wrestling, stand on your feet and show your love for Zilla, Fatu. Oh my gosh. How you like that?
for the main one, Zilla Fatu. Gustavo Mendoza, I know this is your first time seeing Zilla live and in person. What do you think?
I actually saw him when he was 3 or 4 years old when I started training. This is the first time I've seen him in his adult life. And this, can Teddy Long even do this? Like, what's going on?
Well, Gaspar Hernandez apparently out due to a COVID-19 infection. And a suitable replacement indeed, Carolina, the undefeated Zilla Fatu.
We gotta give Teddy Long his flowers. He needs a Pulitzer Prize and a trophy. Because if anybody knows how to put a card together, it's him.
I mean, Chris Russo, unprecedented.
Don't ask me any questions. I just want to soak this. Listen to this crowd.
Well, the brain trust between Ed Stone, Booker T, and Sharmell trying to figure out how they're going to...
Hey, Booker T! Hey, Booker T! Look right here. I'm out of here.
Wow, that's a hell of a wrench to throw into the plans here for Ed Stone and company.
I mean, a sold-out, record-breaking crowd at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena are chanting for Zilla Fatu. This is your main event. Summer of Champions 10. The Reality Wrestling Championship is on the line. The main one versus the leader of Stone Island. We go to Eliana for our introduction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 226 pounds, the main one, Zilla Fatu! And his opponent, accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer Queen Sharmell and two-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T from Stone Island, weighing in at 255 pounds. He is the current Reality of Wrestling Champion, the Stone Titan, Edge Stone! The special guest referee of this match is Andrew Jackson.
We're going to go to Andrew Jackson.
Hey guys, come on. All right. Hey, I'm going. Okay, look guys, we don't want no shenanigans. No shenanigans. We're going to call this right down the middle. No low shots. Hey, no low blow. Hey, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to do Hey, we're going to call it right down the middle. All right, no low blows, no cheap shots. These people paid to see a straight up match. Am I right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Well, there we go. You hear our instructions from Andrew Jackson. That is the current Reality Wrestling Championship. You got your eyes, though, on that brand new road title. What did you think of it?
I sure did. It's a beautiful championship belt.
A beautiful title indeed, Chris Russo. Historic is what we are witnessing.
Yeah, what I was witnessing there was with the monstrous crowd reaction, there was just the slightest look of maybe concern out of the eyes of Booker T and Queen Sharmell. I mean, I want to take a second here to talk about the fact of how this all came together. The fact that just a few weeks ago, there was an ace in the hole that Booker T had to help make this all happen. And Queen Sharmell comes back around after everything that's happened between the two of them. Now they're working as a collective unit. I'm still a little concerned here.
We'll see if they can work as a well-oiled machine as the term goes. But Carolina, I mean, Zilla Fatu is not the person that Edge Stone spent weeks training for. He was ready for Gaspar Hernandez.
Absolutely. Now you got to rethink your plan. Now you have Zilla Fatu in front of you. Now you lost the crowd. What is going to happen? I'm not sure. It could be anybody's game.
Now, Gustavo Mendoza, of course, you've been in your fair share of title defenses in your career. What advice can you give to Edge Stone?
You see, right now, he's probably thinking that this is not the opponent I trained for, but Zilla Fatu is also new to this scenario. He was not ready for a championship match. He happened to be here, so both men have the disadvantage.
That is absolutely true. You know, Zilla Fatu, Chris Russo was not expecting this at all.
He didn't prepare just as much as Edge wasn't prepared. So I will say Carolina right now, at this point, is who can channel and focus themselves. But Edge Stone has a few wild cards, and two of them are standing right outside of the ring.
Yeah, and those are great wild cards to have around you. Edge Stone made it clear it's his time. It's his ring. He hasn't waited around for 9 years to let Zilla Fatu take his belt. But Zilla Fatu is the main one.
Of course, Zilla Fatu, the son of the WWE legend Umaga. And I don't think the apple fell too far from the tree here, as Zilla Fatu has the opportunity of a lifetime. Only 1 year in his professional wrestling career could, just maybe, walk out as Reality Wrestling Champion.
No. Look at that. Zilla Fatu.
He was able to recover there last second.
1 year, and it could be his genetic.
Might be his last year here.
Oh,
Here's the other thing we have to think about. Not only do these two men taking this in a surprise moment, but Booker T and Sharmell working collectively as you talked about, but also they're on the outside. I mean, what is their impact going to be just from a managerial and advice perspective, or does Zilla Fatu need to have eyes in the back of his head?
Listen, Andrew Jackson serves at the pleasure of the two Hall of Famers. I still just get this weird feel. Whoa! You know, it's again about trying to call it and keep it clean and down the middle here for Andrew Jackson.
Well, Booker T going to the aid of perhaps and still Reality of Wrestling
Watch out
champion.
below!
Oh my God!
Both men are out.
With reckless abandon, it's just throw caution to the wind.
It is chaos and bedlam at the Walker, Texas Loy Arena.
The physicality is insane. Zilla Fatu looks visibly upset with Booker T.
Wait a minute. Sharmell getting away. Zilla Fatu got his eyes on Booker T.
See, this is Zilla's inexperience right here.
Watch out now.
No.
I mean, I think that's what you were saying, Gustavo. The inexperience right there. He took his eyes off the ball.
That's right. You can't have tunnel vision, especially with Booker T.
The physicality of Edge Stone. I don't know if Zilla Fatu has been up against somebody who's as physical, who's as determined as Edge Stone.
The Edge Stone does not crumble, not under pressure and not under the weight of this massive main event. Or a guy like Zilla Fatu, the main one.
I can only imagine what's going through Edge Stone's mind. 9 years.
Going for a cover here. Our referee, 1, 2, and no, kick out at 2. Andrew Jackson so far calling it right down the middle. Of course, Gustavo, you've known Andrew Jackson for a long time. Sometimes his, ethics can be somewhat
Former
shaky.
tag team partner, tag team champions, but better enemies.
That's right. You and him held the PWA Tag Team Championships once upon a time. But Zilla Fatu's really having to find himself in a position, Chris, that he's not been in before.
Yeah, so Zilla's got the championship disadvantage because if this match continues on and Edge starts to get flustered or frustrated in any way, shape, or form, the man can just walk out, be disqualified, but still keep the title. I mean, everything is completely against Zilla at this point.
Well, and also everything's completely in the hands of Andrew Jackson.
Oh!
Beautiful drop kick, Carolina.
Absolutely beautiful. The thing is, Edge Stone, I can see why he has a chip on his shoulder. He's been trying.
Oh, wait, hold on, cover. 1, 2.
Whoa.
Is that a little faster? That was a faster count, wasn't it?
Gustavo, you are the person here at the commentary table that's been in the ring like that. What did you see there?
I think that was a little faster.
Okay.
I felt like he had a nice smooth cadence at first, but that one seemed a little bit quicker. Nevertheless, though, this has been all Edge Stone since that distraction from Booker T, Gustavo.
As expected, honestly. The champion should have the advantage right now.
Well, you have to also imagine, Chris, that...
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is also expected.
Wait a minute, come on, man. Booker T.
What is Booker? Zilla's at a total disadvantage.
I'm not even mad at it. I would have done the same thing. You see, Edge Stone has to do whatever it takes to win the championship, to retain the championship. This is what you do.
Well, I mean, if Booker T keeps getting involved, Zilla Fatu doesn't have a shot. I was going to ask you, Carolina, can the main one become the next one? The next one called the Reality Wrestling Champion, but it looks like the deck is stacked against him.
It's absolutely stacked against him. But
Cover. 1, 2. Well, that one felt a little bit more on pace.
Maybe he thought he had him and he thought he could do a regular count.
You were saying?
the cards are stacked against Zilla Fatu, but he does feel like his dad has been guiding him every step of the way. He relies on his spirituality, and I'm hoping it can get him to get back up right now.
Of course, we all know the family pedigree that Zilla Fatu comes from. His father was a late Great Umaga man who you have some experience with.
Yes, he would train with us in my earlier years in the PWA. Amazing athlete. And Zilla is showing a lot of... Oh my God! Oh, that's it. Edge Stone has it. That's it. It's over.
That could be all can Edge Stone capitalize.
But he's got to have a little bit of a moment there to gloat.
Cover. 1, 2, and not enough.
He should have hooked both legs. That would have been it. That was the fit. I'm telling you, it was over.
That was such a critical mistake.
That could prove to be costly for the current Reality Wrestling Champion, Edge Stone.
Over the last year, guys, we haven't seen Zilla been in this kind of a predicament in any of his wrestling matches here. What does Zilla have in the tank to turn this around?
1 year ago, he walked into the Auburn Civic Center in front of nearly 1,100 people and shocked everyone by how incredible of a natural athlete he is in terms of professional wrestling. 1 year later, he could shock us all again. But can he find a way? You can hear the crowd. Just to a boiling point for Zilla Fatu. An opening. Hello. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and then enough. No.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Zilla Fatu feeding off not only the people here at a sold-out Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena, but no doubt feeding off his ancestry. Carolina, he's going up top.
Oh my gosh, ancestry alone too, because he made it clear nobody handed him anything. This journey has been all him.
That's absolutely true. And Edge Stone trying to prove this is still his journey in his reign as the Reality Wrestling Champion. Of sheer strength, Gustavo, it took to do that.
Good Lord.
This has to be it. It's it. It's
Cover. 1, 2, and no.
And I think with every passing moment and every near fall, I think it's just driving Booker T and Queen Sharmell just more and more on tilt. And I shudder to think what they're going to do if they're going to snap here if this goes on much longer.
Both men are down. This is your main event. At Summer of Champions 10, the Reality of Wrestling Championship is on the line. Ed Stone, the champion, defending against the undefeated surprise entry of Zilla Fatu. Which man will walk out of the biggest show in Reality of Wrestling history as the champion? Andrew Jackson up to a count of 4. Now to a count of 5. Who's going to get to a vertical base first? That would give the advantage.
I still think like Ed Stone has the advantage, but it seems like both men are going to get up at the same. They made the count.
They make the count. They get up at the same time. I mean, obviously, you know better than anyone, Gustavo, what it's like to defend the title and also what it's like to compete for one.
I gotta imagine that Ed Stone's starting to get a little desperate right now. He's hitting with his best moves, and it still hasn't put Zilla down.
Zilla Fatu firing up. No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not enough. And look, it looks like Ed Stone might be a little injured here.
Oh no.
His knee.
Oh, and again.
Booker T. Booker T getting involved.
Is Ed Stone okay?
I don't know if Edge is okay, but Zilla Fatu just got beat up by Booker T.
I couldn't see it.
Referee out of position. Oh my God, it's a blockbuster.
Atlas Stone! Atlas Stone! This is what's going to help Edge retain the job.
What's that?
Wait a minute.
What in the hell is even that?
Oh my gosh!
It is the Boogeyman! The Boogeyman is here at Summer of Champions.
Oh my gosh!
I think the Boogeyman saw some of the shenanigans by Booker T and Charmel.
They're running.
Their history.
Think the Boogeyman's got some
Booker got a world.
words?
Charmel's trying to get out.
behind.
Booker T just let Charmel.
Ran Charmel out to the back.
Boogeyman just chased out the king and queen. Booker ran through the crowd and left his wife. What kind of man would do that? Ed Stone looks like he's seen a ghost and he's not far off, Gustavo.
No, he's not.
I think I've seen a ghost.
I mean, maybe we say thank you because now, where's Booker T? Where's Charmel? I'll tell you where they're not. That's ringside.
Well, now, turn our attention back as shades of WrestleMania 22 just flashed in front of all of our eyes.
The Boogeyman sent by the ancestors from the heavens above.
Double suplex.
Could that be the opening for the main one? Super kick. Oh, man, but a DDT. A DDT out of desperation from the champion. This has got to be all. Cover. 1, 2, and no.
Unbelievable.
How is Zilla Fatu doing this?
Both men should be out by now. I don't understand.
I mean, the level of resiliency that we're seeing from the challenger at this point is nothing short of remarkable.
Zilla Fatu, wait a minute, had it scouted. Oh! Going for a cover? No, what is he going for?
Oh my gosh, you can just feel the momentum changing right here.
Goosebumps personified. A big splash from Zilla Fatu.
Oh, the spike.
Could he do it? The super spike. Can he cover him? Cover. 1, 2, 3.
impressive. I'm at a loss for words. That doesn't happen often, Brad. Oh my goodness, the roof is about to blow off this place.
Zilla Fatu is now undeniable as he embraces his mother at ringside.
A touching moment between mom and son.
His mother had to give him a hug because her baby boy, the youngest in the Samoan lineage, has just become the reality of wrestling champion. And you know the spirit of his father is looking down at this very moment. In the same city he was born in, at the same event he debuted in, he is now the main one in reality of wrestling. Zilla Fatu stands tall as the champion. One of the most electrifying moments I have been able to witness in my career here in reality of wrestling. And what a way to cap off Summer of Champions 10. We want to thank Gustavo Mendoza for joining us, sir. Chris Russo, Carolina T, for our director Kevin Barnhart, our executive producers Booker Shar, Mel Huffman. I am the bold Brad Gilmore. This has been Summer